Hello, my dear. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. You know the routine. I don't have to explain anything to you. Just don't forget, it's not an exact science. I always want to remind people that we communicate the best we can. So we're gonna talk to our boy today. He made me start wringing my hands, like you're worried about something. You're worried about something, and then he goes like, when he goes like this, it means everything's going to smooth out. It's like they're like if your bedspread's wrinkled, they're smoothing all the wrinkles out, smoothing all the wrinkles out, smoothing it out. It's going to be okay. So quit wringing your hands over what it is you're so worried about. It's all right. He says, give it time. It's more all right than you know, or maybe more all right than you're allowing yourself to know it. If that makes sense, maybe you're overly worried about something and you need to let it go for a little bit. I can't do it. They give that kind of advice, and I'm going, shit, I can't do it. I don't know how I'm supposed to tell other people to do stuff like that. Sorry. So then, the song Three Little Birds by Bob Marley popped up. And it's about every little thing's going to be all right. That's what the song's about. It's kind of a little reggae song. I don't know if you know Bob Marley. Somehow, Elvis is getting into, he likes that type of music, or at least he does right now. He's just kind of smoothing along with it. I don't know where I got the word smoothing along, smoothing along. I don't know, maybe he said something similar to that. Now he says something about schmoozing. He's showing one of the girls, and I don't know which one. I don't think this is a memory. She's got a skirt on. He's making a big point of showing me this skirt, and it just goes out all the way around. Almost like you take one of those dog cones around the head, but she's got it on like a skirt. And I'm not saying she's got a dog cone on her waist, but it's just that perfectly round. At least he could be exaggerating it. Cute little skirt. I don't know what he's trying to show with this. I don't know if he's trying to show that she got dressed up. This doesn't look like something normal. Not normal. I don't want to say your child's not normal. Something that most teenagers don't wear now. Something along, it almost looks like like a poodle skirt, but not flat and floppy. Anyway, he's making a big point of showing me how straight it is. And there's a reason. There's a reason for everything they show or say. So God's to trust him. Maybe he's just showing she's being a girly girl. Spiritual charades drives me crazy when they don't explain something. So hopefully you understand why he's showing it. And now he's got her walking around and she's just feels pretty and feminine and girly. So, and maybe he's just validating that something that's gone on or going on, and I don't know. Don't know. They don't always tell me. It might be none of my business. He's talking about somebody's eyes, EYES. Somebody having a problem with their eyes. Somebody's eyes, and then he's showing me eyes. Did one of you just get your lashes done like I did? I've never done that before. Lashes. I can see my eyes. I don't know if he's talking about one of you getting your lashes done, because he keeps showing me those eyes and it looks like there's lashes like I have now. I have such washed out features. I decided to try it. I don't care if I'm old. I tried it. And maybe he could be talking about me, but I don't think so. They usually tell me when they're talking about me. So whoever it is, he says you're beautiful without it. And he's looking at my wedding ring, but he's talking to you, and he says, I know about the ring. He's not explaining. He's being kind of quiet. He's not, but like I said, evidently it's none of my business. He'll give me just enough so you should know what he's talking about. He says you need to find the brighter things in life. Okay, he says there's something going on. He's leading me to think it's something to do with the girls, or at least one of them. Something going on, but you're so, well, how can we not be involved in it? That's what moms do. But you're so involved in it that you're face to face. Like, you're just, so he says you need to step back and breathe. Step back and breathe and look at the big picture. I don't know. That's pretty hard for us girls to do, at moms. Even grandma here, but it does help. Step back and look at the big picture. I'm trying to figure out what he's showing me. I can't tell. I have to do better. I can't tell what that is. Okay, he's showing this in a different way, so I'm not, like, one of the girls is going off, maybe in a different, veering off in a different direction. One of the girls is veering off in a different direction. There's going to be a roadblock there. So that one will veer back, will turn back and get back on the path. And I see this all the time. I call it taking the scenic route. We can have that straight path. I don't think very many people have that straight path to what they're supposed to do in this life. Straight down the road. There's always detours. Detours are actually good, the scenic route, because there's things we learn along the way, and we go, those bumps and things, we go, I don't like that. And this isn't where I should be. And then we get right back on our path. But he's showing me, like, going off the path, and there's like this wall, like, boom, and going to go right back on our path. So he wants you to step back, observe it like somebody that is totally not involved. It is totally has nothing invested in it. Very hard to do when you're a mom. And watch. And he says, it'll all come back to you. It'll all come around. It'll all come back like it's supposed to. She'll come back to you. So if you think one of them is veering off a little bit, let her learn a little bit. He's not saying it's anything bad. He says show your support. And it could be just a little tiny thing. This is not like this big ass warning, like, the world's going to blow up type of thing. It could be just a little tiny hiccup, because he's not making me feel like it's a big thing. So it's not anything that you should start wringing your hands about. It's something you need to sit back, just be there to catch her, be there to help support her. And he's just wanting you to know that she's going to come back on the path to you and all that, and everything's going to be all right, just like the song Bob Marley, Three Little Birds, that all tied in there together. So he says, sit back and get your cup of coffee and enjoy the show. I don't enjoy the show. My grandson, who we have custody of, he's struggling in school, in college, and it could even be something that simple. So I'm telling you, this is not a big warning, like the sky's going to fall. He's just letting you know the little hiccup is going to be okay. I know, I struggle with it too, trying to help him, and I can't. He said, uh, he says, okay, it's your time. It's your time to start figuring out how to be happy from here on out. It's your time. You're starting to wake up. You're starting to feel the rumblings of needing to be happy, even though he's not here. Of your brain starting to unscramble. You're starting to accept that he's not going to be here. And it's time for you to start taking that step forward into happiness. He says, without me, but with me. New life. Happy feet. Go dancing. I don't remember where you live. It's hard to find a place to go dancing until they get this shit straightened out. But dance in your living room if you have to. Where I'm in Kansas, we're pretty much open here. We don't have like a lot of bands or places to go dance in. I don't think there's much of that, but I'm sure I could find something if I wanted to. He says, you are on the road to some new, powerful, beautiful experiences because you're starting to let go. Okay, all right. So you don't have to let go of him unless you want to. I mean, you can cut cords, you can do all that stuff. All right. He says, accept the fact that he's gone. Accept the fact that you have a new relationship with him. He will always pop in when you ask him to. He will always pop in to help. He will always keep an eye on the girls. He will always keep an eye on his family. And I know I've told you 100 times, I promise you 1,000%, he can hear you, he can see you. So it's a new relationship. I have my new relationship with Bob. He was here a while ago. He pops in and out, but when I ask for him, he shows up. When I need help with something, he helps. When I go to see my medium, he shows up. Not to talk to me really, but he always makes sure and lets her know that he's there, that so I know he's there. It's just a different relationship, and yet you go on with your life down here. That makes sense. That's what he's doing this to me. Carry him in your heart, but you have to leave room for others. And that's what he wants. He says that's the way this plan is supposed to work. Yeah, he's going like this. But he's talking about the energy, the stuff above us. I don't know how high up, how high are we going? Elvis, how high are we going? Way up there. So he's talking about the energy in the heavens, or whatever you want to call it. Universe, whatever you want to call it. I always tell people, if the word God offends you, call him George. There's a higher power. There's a universe. There is a higher power. Call him George. I don't give a shit what you call him. It's there. So is the ethers. So you can give it whatever name you want to. But he's going like this, like it's moving, it's turning. You're going counterclockwise. It's funny, he's doing his finger counterclockwise, like and like the energy is just moving up there. And I said, but that's counterclockwise, so it felt like just fighting, like going upstream, like just struggling to go clockwise. So I don't know what that means for sure. Untying some knots. He's untying some knots. Well, they're smarter than us because we get a whole different perspective when we get on the other side. We can look back on things, go, why did I give such a shit about that new car? Because it wasn't important. Can't tell what you're showing me. I'm not sure what he's showing me. It's not a hot dog. It's more like a brat. Maybe it's an Italian sausage, like the long ones. It's just a brat or something that looks like that, or some big ass sausage by itself, not in a bun, not anything, just that. Don't know if you just had one of those. Not sure what he's trying to validate with that. And I can even see the little marbly stuff in it, so it looks more like a brat to me. So it could be you were thinking about having some, you just had some, you were getting ready to have a barbecue. I don't know. He always talks about barbecues. I know I just bought some of those to go take camping. All right, he's shown me half a rainbow. A little more than half a rainbow. And it's almost like one of those little meters, with the needle, and it's going up, pegging. And your rainbow has made it like this far. It just got a little more to go. He said, breathe. Breathe You're getting there. Breathe and don't feel guilty about it. Stop feeling guilty about it. You're supposed to live your life. Honor me however you want to, but go live your life. Don't waste it. It's about a cup of tea, but I felt like I needed to pick up my coffee cup. I doubt if you have one with an owl on it. Isn't it cute? I got coffee. He said cup of tea and made me want to reach for it, so don't know if you're sitting there with a cup of tea, don't know. It's his show. He knows how to work it by now. He's Now I'm sitting here with a piece of rose quartz. Actually, this one looks a little different. I think this is the right one. I know this is rose quartz. And I don't know if you believe in woo-woo stuff, but go find you a rose quartz. And the rose quartz is for love. And he wants you to baby it and cherish it. Like I put all my crystals out in the full moon once a month and then bring them in, and I learned I was working with them wrong. So I'm redoing that. But he wants you to get a rose quartz, and he wants you to love it and baby it and nurture it, and don't know why. I always carry a I can't think of the name of it, the purple one. I was just call it the purple one, the one for peace. I always have one in my blue jean pocket. But I always have rose quartz around me here. So go baby it, go put it out in the sun. Just go find one. They just cost $3 or $4 for a small one. I have a great big one that I left outside last night because I forgot to put it out the night before in the full moon, but that'll work. Anyway, I don't know why, so maybe you'll feel that. Anyway, he wants you to get a rose quartz, even if it's a little one. Doesn't matter. There's something about the energy of it that you're gonna need, or not need, but that's going to help you. He's shown me that your house feels way more at peace. It's very calm, peaceful, loving. You're doing more things to nurture yourself, exercise, even if it's just walking. He's talking about getting up, exercise, and doing something. Making healthier eating choices. It just, your house feels like a home. It feels homey. It feels calm. Even if there's other stuff going on, it's still the basic feel, he says, is peace. So if you get flustered over something, just sit down in your house and breathe. Actually take like 3, I call them meditation breaths. You don't have to meditate to do them, but in through the nose, out through the mouth. I wish I'd remember to do that myself. Practice what I preach. Did you get a Fitbit? I love mine. So I don't know if you're thinking about getting one or you got one. he said you need better shoes. He's showing me tennis shoes on your feet. Now, I don't know if you just bought some nice tennis shoes or you need to buy some nice tennis shoes or walking or whatever it is you're doing. He says you are on the right path. You are totally smack dab on the right path. And it's don't get creeped out, but it's like you're walking down your path and he's walking right behind you. He's still there, right? He's got your back. He's supporting you, and you don't need to know he's. Uh-oh, Bob's chiming in. Uh, I'm just going to say you don't need to know he's there every second of the day. And Bob goes, well, how come you do that to me? But if I don't feel him or hear from him for a while, it's like, where the hell are you? And now I got both of them. So they're both leaning down to give me a kiss on the cheek. So you should feel that. That little, and I'm sure I've told you 100 times, the little warmth tingling, just maybe a little pressure. And he's doing it right there. So it should be like in that general area. General. Sometimes I can't talk with my new teeth. And you should feel like a warmth or a little bit of vibration when he gets that close. Your ear could start ringing or get, when Bob gets real close, which mine was a while ago, it gets hotter than hell. Sometimes it feels like it's going to burn. It is, feels like it is burning. I literally took my temperature one day because the whole side of my face got hot. And I thought, I'm getting the virus. And I clicked the thermometer there and went, okay, clicked it over here, and the alarm went off. So it literally actually feels that intense, and it gets that intense if they get strong enough. Usually they don't, but so if they do, if it gets that strong, he says he tries not to because he doesn't need to. But if it does, pay attention, like, and ask him, I'm glad you're here. I love you. What does you want? Are you just letting me know that you're here? Why are you coming in that intense? I love it. Please keep doing it. Or, back it off if it hurts too much. Sometimes they don't know that they get too hot. Bob can do it as much as he wants to. I don't care. But if you want more of that, ask him. Cannot override your free will choice. You need to ask him, and you need to allow whatever comes in. And if it's something you don't like, tell them. Sometimes they don't know. One time I got stuck 3 times, like with a pin on my chest, and I went, hey, that kind of hurt. Who's doing that? And then the next pin prick was, I have a B.O.B. tattooed on my ankle, and it was right there in the middle of that. I went, okay, it's you. What do you want? Why are you getting my attention? That it hurt. So if it hurts, tell them. Sometimes they don't know, but he did it on purpose. My Bob did. I'm just explaining that because for some reason I feel like you need to know that. But when you get that, just kind of perk up and pay attention. Okay, what's going on around you? What's being said on the TV or on Facebook or on the radio or on a billboard as you're driving or whatever the case may be. Or he says sometimes it's just going to be so he's riding along with you. But he doesn't want you to hang on to him. He's showing you, like, looking back at him, and he doesn't. Just know that I'm there. Just know that I will be there. How do I say this? You're going to help me. But don't hang on. Because you have to step forward. I was going to say it again. Don't hang on, just allow it to flow, and I'll flow with you. Something like that. I don't. Just know that he's there. Not 24/7, but you can call on him 24/7. Now he's putting pressure on the back of my shoulder. It's like he's pushing on the back of my shoulder. Not sure why. So you should feel that. Tell her I love her. Tell her I'm very proud of her for standing up like she has, for being strong, for not caving, for being a perfect role model for the kids. And yet, it's your time to have fun. And I'm fine with that. Don't feel guilty. It was meant to be. And now it's quiet. Now he's back to the Bob Marley song. So go play the Bob Marley song. Every little thing's going to be all right. They make me itch. Someday we'll fix that, maybe. Maybe. It's no fun to do readings when it feels like bugs are crawling across your head. Okay, my dear. And as he's leaving, he says, don't feel guilty. It's all right. It's what needs to happen. As blessed to have you. And so are the girls. Now go shine your light. It's your time. Guys, doing the Bob Marley song again. Don't worry, be happy. No guilt. I love you. And with that, he's leaving. Okay, my dear. Thank you very much. Thank you for being patient. I know, I'll never be dial-a-psychic. Always busy. But thank you so much for being patient. And thank you for allowing me to be his voice. Rhonda Constant, your favorite hometown medium, physical energy healer, oracle card advisor, paranormal investigator, voice for your loved ones. Later.